I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me on today's video. And let me tell you something, if you've never driven a Z28, it is not like a regular Camaro. You say, Tone, what, because there's emblems on it, or because the engine's a different size, or what? And I say to you, listen, silence, relax. I'm gonna show you, talk to you about it, and we're gonna see some stuff. Anyway, these cars they were purpose built. You had to build these to go racing. They had to build these cars, right, to do Trans-Am racing during that time. And these are representations of that. The steering, I don't know what it is about it, but the steering, the motor, the horsepower, everybody says that, 290 rated horsepower was just designed to keep it down there. Many people say these make between 350 and 400 horsepower, but there's something about the mechanical lifters, the suspension, the steering, it's just different. I don't know how to explain it to you, and I just don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna spend some time, we're gonna look at some good paint, because that's important to you, and that needs to be important to me. We're gonna look at the restoration quality. We're gonna look on a vehicle to see what's correct around here, why this is a little bit nicer. I'm gonna give you some options on a couple things as well that you could change if you wanted to. And then we're gonna go for a fabulous drive and listen to that shifter click, click, and those RPMs go up and down and have some fun. All right, so a lot of times people say, wow, Tone, that's a great looking car, but we don't really know why it's a great looking car. Let's talk about some of the things that are on here that make it different than other cars. For instance, polyglass tires. You say, Tone, those are old school tires. Yes, they are replicas of the original tire, and they're very expensive. A full set of these tires right now is almost 2,000 bucks, shipped, mounted, balanced, and all that stuff, right? These are the correct size in the front. These in the back are not. So the question is, do you like the stance? I want to leave that more rubber back there so you have more traction, or do you want me to get you a matching set that go on the back there, and we'll just keep those here for something else? Happy to do that. Okay, Burgundy Metallic paint, great looking. However, this is a step farther, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Most people take a shortcut, okay, and they don't clear coat over the whole stripes. Why is that important? Well, as you're washing and waxing the car over time, the edges of these stripes here, they start to tear, and then you have to repaint the stripes. That prevents that from happening. Also, on Z28s, a cowl induction hood is not standard. The flat hood is standard, and it's ugly. Sorry. For those of you with flat hoods, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that like that. It's not a personal attack, it's a taste. But anyway, the cowl induction hood is really one of the greatest pieces of engineering and looks that's out there. It just highlights these white stripes that are on there with the Burgundy Metallic paint. And so lastly, I want to give you a paint lesson on top of looking at great paint. Look at the ceiling and the lights and the words in the paint. Don't look at the paint. So really, as you look at paint for the rest of your lives, you always want to look at things that are in the paint. The crisper and clearer they are, the better the paint is. Because you've heard of orange peel. Orange peel blurs everything. This right here will change all that for you. Come on up here and look how crystal clear everything is. All right, so we have two types of people who get a car here at Fleming's. One that just wants to drive the car, enjoy it, take another couple out, or the kids, or something like that, or significant other. Others would like to go to cars and enjoy that same, but also go to a Cars and Coffee, maybe a car show, or something like that. And here, I feel this is representative of being nice enough to go to a car show, right? I know for a fact that this car has won car shows in the past, and it's detailed nicely on top of the fact, well, before we talk about something, so for here, right, you have your cowl induction air cleaner through your flapper door back there, right? You have the battery topper and emissions decals. The power disc brakes that we talked about. Hidden down here is all of the other detail parts that you want to make sure that you have on these cars so that when it looks good, like the valve covers, the headers and all that, looks really nice. And lastly, this has had vintage air installed in. While air conditioning was not available on Z28s, right? This takes it and makes it comfortable to drive. So you have modern air conditioning and modern heat. If you don't want that in there and you want the car more authentic, we can take it out. But I don't think it hurts anybody who's ever gone to a car show and seen that they got that there. We painted it black and put a decal on it, kind of make it look kind of stock. And I think it came out really nicely. Not to mention, it makes driving a whole lot nicer of these cars. So the big restoration goes on and on. For instance, like this. The stripes here, clear coated over top. You can't feel them right here. And more importantly, they're done correctly. They don't go up to the moldings. They're not supposed to do that. There's other GM cars that do that. This is not one of them. Here they stop and they're done right, wrapped underneath the spoiler, okay? You got new chrome, taillights. You can see the dual exhausts that are supposed to be done there. Those tips are correct on there. The 12 bolts hanging down, and obviously the tire is much bigger in the rear than the original cars. This car makes a lot of power, so you might like it. Who knows? And then lastly, we were finishing up the detailing. We have a new trunk mat in here, the jacking instructions, warnings for that, nicely painted, detailed, new weather stripping, just nice inside here. If you want to go to a car show, open the hood and open the trunk, show off the stuff, it would look really, really nice. And when it closes, it just sounds nice, and there you go. I love this look. You're walking up to your cool car. It's what everybody else sees as well. However, most of your time is we spend inside, and I want to spend some time on that because there's a lot of great options inside this car. All right. I want you, first off, to hear something annoying. That was the key-in buzzer alarm. Why is that important? Well, because when you close the door, it works. Many cars did not make that work after just a couple years because it was annoying. However, when you restore a car properly, you restore all of those great things back in there. Again, back to just quality of restoration. This has the houndstooth interior, which is very nice. I think it looks so good inside this car. Optional, right? More expensive. This has a console, which is an option. The gauges, another option, right? This has a factory 8,000 RPM tach, 6,000 RPM redline like a 302 is supposed to have. Factory speedometer that's over there. It's got the original style wheel that's here, and like if you want, they also make a wood wheel that's an option too. You could add that to the car to match this piece right here. That's kind of your call on that. But the interior is all done. The headliner, the visors are new, the dash pad is new, the door panels, the window cranks, like it goes on and on and on. It's just really beautiful. Lastly, it's got a custom stereo in it. Well, while it looks stock, right, with a two-post look, it has all digital guts inside. You can stream your music to it. You have, I think it has an option for satellite if you want that. And of course it has AM, FM, and those kinds of things too. Anyway, it's super comfortable, and now we got air conditioning and modern heat throw into the mix here. So this is a great all-season car, and people say a lot of times. All right, so everybody's going to gather around when you hit that key, man, because it sounds so good. So these were built for the windy road, you know. They weren't built, well, many people drag race these cars, and so they were definitely meant to go straight, but where they shine the most is really on these windy roads for Trans-Am racing. You downshift, you wheel this thing right into the corner and get back on the gas. Come on, man, it's hard to have this kind of fun with an investment account. So we can buy something like this, an investment, right, and drive it and have a good time. It's always so much better. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm busy driving and having a good time. It sounds so good. Anyway, it's also a comfortable car. Like we could go to dinner with another couple, take the kids, take a significant other. You could go away for the weekend. It's got the air conditioning heat. It's got a trunk you can throw luggage in. It's like a real world car, real world muscle car that just could go. And that's the kind of car I love. It's not just a single purpose car, which is really, really nice. Anyway, thanks for riding with me today, and I hope you had a good time too. If you don't mind, hit the thumbs up down below. That helps get our message out. And subscribe to the channel. We got new stuff coming out all the time. And I'll see you on the next ride. All right, so that was great driving, was it not? I told you, the thing just sounds so good. They just do. I don't know what's in there, but I know it's like a little bit of voodoo, a little bit of black magic, a little bit of something, something. But anyway, just run down real quick with you. Like really, really nice paint, done correctly so you don't feel that in there, and the call-outs on the hood, cal induction hood optional. The poly glass all the way around. Those are very expensive tires. Detailed engine compartment with a cal induction air cleaner and upgraded air conditioning and modern heat, which gives you the best of the both worlds, where you're getting a muscle car, right, that's no longer just hot and sweaty inside. Houndstooth interior looks good. The front and rear spoiler. This is a wonderful, wonderful car. Obviously, it drives beautifully. We need to find a way to get it in your garage.